Well, hey everyone, and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana, and let's dive into this 653rd stream. My friends, I am tired. It has been a long week and day, but it's been a good one, and I'm really very happy. It was a wonderful day of church. We actually had some confirmations in the morning, and then we had a celebration of Pentecost Sunday in the evening for the vigil of Pentecost. And honestly, I'm just feeling really good. I was helping out with music ministry during both of those masses, and it was just a lot of fun and very meaningful. And I love confirmations. I love Pentecost and celebration of the Holy Spirit. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And that is, by the way, why I am sporting some red today, why we have the red LEDs behind us. This is the traditional color of the Holy Spirit and Pentecost Sunday, etc. So it's kind of cool. And I'm just happy to be to be here and awake because, oh boy, am I tired. And Animate Barrel is here, and Animate Barrel is just so fantastic. I really, really appreciate you being here. It really wasn't the same without you, and I know that you were taking a break from all of the online things, and I think that's actually excellent and admirable, and anytime you need to do that, don't even hesitate. But it is really good to have you back. And so I am an Animate Barrel with the aw shucks and the mana shucks, I think is what, or the art of M blush is what it's actually officially called. Anyway, today we're not playing Link's Awakening. We're going to be playing a little Animal Crossing, and so let's just snap our fingers, and we'll see this come up in just a second. I honestly need to go in and restart my 7-day check-in at the ADB. I actually lost my streak, and I am at ground zero, so I'm going to need to go back and restart, which is unfortunate. But I do love me some Animal Crossing, and it just seems like a good way to relax tonight. Animate Barrel says, thank you for the kind words. Of course. Of course. I really do mean it. I really do. And I hope you're doing well. Yeah, if you feel like sharing, how was your day? How have you been? All that jazz. That'd be super. Don't feel obligated by any stretch of the imagination. Look at this. Isabel telling us, I have an exciting announcement to share on behalf of our island's esteemed museum director, Blathers. Blathers says, in honor of International Museum Day, the museum will hold a stamp rally from May 18th to May 31st. Now, I have not participated yet. I really, honestly have not. I can't believe it. I loved doing this last year. But this week has been so busy with work and everything and preparing for today's masses that I just have not actually gotten to it. So now's the time, right? And Animate Barrel says, I'm trying to get my house organized. I'm a little bit of a hoarder, so it's a big project. Today was tackling more of the house. I don't know. I mean, I suppose I shouldn't laugh at that. Hoarding is serious. I also know sometimes it's colloquially used as just in the way that, or in the sense that we collect a lot of things and we have a lot of stuff. I do feel like I probably should be getting rid of some things here soon. I had a big purge when we moved, but we're in a smaller space, and there are some things I just need to jettison. This room is in good shape. This room is organized. Everything in here is organized, but I still have some boxes and things, and I either need to commit to bringing them into a space that I have space for, or figure out if I want to just store them in our garage, if that seems to make sense, or if there's any value to having something that I'm not going to see, or if I just need to let go of it. And it's tough. It's tough. Too bad I can't just create a second profile and put the extra stuff there. Oh, wait a minute. I think you mean you're trying to get your house in Animal Crossing organized, and I went real life. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like in Animal Crossing. Okay. Oh, gotcha. No, you are talking about real life, but you're saying it'd be nice if we could, as in Animal Crossing, do all that. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha now. That would be really nice, actually. Oh my gosh. I've often thought there are a lot of things in Animal Crossing that would be super nice if they were actually real world things. I'm honestly so bad at a lot of things actually. Ooh, we immediately wish on a star. How lucky. Hey, Twitchy Berry. Yeah, animate browsers like money trees. Oh my goodness, that's a good one, right? That right there would be amazing. Truthfully, though, a lot of the things that I would wish for really are just some of those quality of life things. Like we could just plop things down and it all just sort of fits on a grid and we don't have to worry about it. And things like landscaping and gardening are just as easy as plucking things up and plopping them down. Weeding is easy. It's not as easy in real life. And right now is the time where I'm doing a lot of yard work. So, and Animate Bro says, Twitchy Berry, you have one of my favorite Twitch usernames. Aw, that's awesome. Oop, got ourselves a froggy just kind of coming on up. So, Brian, I was thinking, or excuse me, Marina says, so Brian, I was thinking, I saw something in the store that I liked, but I thought it would look so much better on you. I went ahead and bought this because I want to see if I'm right. If you do like it, I'd love to have you model it for me. Let me know. Marina. Well, let's place this in our pockets, shall we? See what we get. And then we have our Happy Home Academy ranking of S. Eunice wrote us and said, here's the thing, Brian. Sometimes I like just being alone, but there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. Eventually the quiet gets to me, and I need some company. That was a hint, by the way, in case you didn't notice. Your needy friend, Eunice. I do really like that. You know, those of you who've done the Myers-Briggs might recall that the way that it works is there's this sort of scale, right? You can start at 0, and then you either go positive or negative on these scales. You either go up or down. And so the, different combinations of 4 types, right? 4 aspects that are rated have of 2 different options there, and so you could have any combination of those 8. Well, not all 8, but one of those 2 things in each category. In other words, that's what I'm saying. So I forget, what is that? Math is hard. I don't know what the number is for how many possible permutations there are, but on some of them you can score almost center, and that means that you have sort of this fluctuation between the 2 aspects. So on the first aspect, which is introversion, extroversion, by the way, I do honestly at this point forget a lot of the official terms. So if I'm misspeaking, please forgive me. But on that scale, I actually... Whoa!
Well, hold on to your hats. We're being raided.
What? Oh my gosh, everybody. What? Wow. Number 1 Geek just rated us, and I did not expect that. Thank you so much, Number 1 Geek. That is so phenomenal. Welcome on in, Raiders. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Memory Martin's here as well. Thank you so much, Memory Martin. Number 1 Geek, how are you doing? Kaboomer's here. It's a hashtag Saz raid. Now this is all a little new to me here. So Saz raid, Number 1 Geek. I don't know you that well. I don't even know. I apologize. Have we officially met? I'd love to know more about you and your streams. How was your stream? And we've got ourselves a shout out there. Thank you so much. Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And Chronolox is coming on in. So Number 1 Geek rating us right off the start of our stream. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. For everyone who's new, my name is Mana. I am an E for everyone, family-friendly variety streamer. I focus on Nintendo, retro on original hardware, and indie titles. I am playing some Animal Crossing tonight because I love this game. And I will be playing some Zelda next week, Link's Awakening. I'm working through that game on original hardware, and I'm going through the Zelda franchise. And after that game, I think the next game we're playing is actually the Philips CDI game, so I'm really hyped for that. How was Link's Awakening, man? I saw you had some awesome guides this week. I did indeed. It was awesome. Number One Geek says, no problem. I would stay, but it's 3 a.m. here. No problem. Thank you for that raid, for trusting your community with mine, and know that you are absolutely welcome here. I would love to connect more. I do apologize. I feel like I think you may have...
You are among friends. Thank you for following Art of Mana.
Thank you so much. I was going to say, I feel like you may have been in here before, but I'm not remembering. My memory can be somewhat bad. But what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm pulling up a tab so I can check out your stream and your channel later. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. Do good and be well, my friend. Thank you. You've rated once before. I was going to say, I feel like you... I'm pretty sure you... Yeah, I do apologize. My memory is just awful, but... Thank you so much. And thank you for that follow tonight, too. I really do appreciate it. As I was saying right before the raid, too, was I was talking about the Myers-Briggs and the introvert-extrovert scale. And on that scale, I actually got a 0, which meant that sometimes I fall into the introvert category, sometimes into the extrovert category. And what that means sort of in practical terms is that sometimes I am fueled and energized by social interactions, and sometimes I am fueled and energized by interpersonal quiet time, introverted quiet time, and sometimes the social interactions drain me. Sometimes the social interactions give me energy. Sometimes the quiet time alone drains me. Sometimes it gives me energy. It just depends. So I don't always know when I'm going to be in one or the other, and that's just sort of the reality of life for a lot of people, I think. But it's not correct to say that if you're introverted, there's something you need to overcome, or if you're extroverted, there's something you need to overcome. These are ways of going through life and being and being fueled. For some of us, we need that to be fueled. For some of us, we need to carve out that time and be fueled through social interactions. Sometimes we need to do that through quiet time. We need both, though. Even if we are introverted, we need times of extroversion, etc. The opposite is true. So, all of that is to say, I'm an ambivert. Yeah, I hadn't heard that. That's probably a thing. I like that term, Memory Martin. It depends for me. And the hard part about it is that sometimes I don't even realize what is giving me energy and what is draining me. So this last week, I haven't been around social media much. I have been very busy with other things. But I realized, I was like, man, I was just there every day. I was doing all this social media stuff. I was really excited and engaged. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh man, I'm super tired. And I am tired. So tonight might be a bit of a shorter stream, just to let you know. But don't let that deter you. I think it's going to be fun. Chrono jumps out of the Warner Tower and into chat. His landing is zany to the max. Nice. Is this, is this Animaniacs? Is that an Animaniacs reference? Or is that the, we're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. Something, 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 straight to your TV. I don't actually remember how that goes. Look up 10 Things About Ambiverts by Psych2Go on YouTube. They cover a lot of interesting topics regarding mental health. Oh, interesting. Animaniacs. That show is fun. Very good, Mana. It's Animaniacs. There we go. I thought it was. Yes. All right. And here we go. Barry saying, have a robust statue for your museum stream. Thank you so much, Barry. Thank you ever so much for that. I really, truly appreciate that. Barry always keeping me in the fine arts. Patron of the arts, Barry. So thank you so much. Oh, look at this. We've got our friend KK here. We have another birthday. All right, Renee. May 28th. So that is coming up. Okay. That's exciting. An early shout out to the birthday resident. Enjoy your special day, Tom Nook says. Well, that's exciting. Right now, Yoshi's singing the Animaniacs theme. How does that one go? It's like, we're the Animaniacs. How does it go? Shoot. I can't remember. Darn. I lost it. Let's check in. Like I said, I have lost my streak, so we're gonna start back at day one. Oh, we are zany to. Oh yeah, we're the Animaniacs. We are zany to the No, that's not how it goes. I can't get the melody in my head. I don't know. Lame. I like Memory Martin and Animate Barrel and well, obviously Chronolock are all singing this. I love it. I love it. Gosh, I feel like it's been a few days since I've actually played this game, so I'm kind of rusty. I'm like trying to figure out what to do here. I am going to open my gates to have y'all join me for a little hide and seek. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff that's in here. I've got a cedar sapling, holy socks. It's good for Pentecost Sunday. Red pansy bag, perforated board wall. Oh, my pockets are full. Kaboomer failed to load memory. So, we've got the whole Animaniacs theme song going on. By the way, Club Tortimer hype. We've got SFC Gamer John 15 with a lurk. The lurk command. The lurk command is not lurking. It's not lurkful. What's going on here? It's not. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's a little something. There, I had to kind of give a little boot to our bot of mana, and there it worked. There we go. Just took a moment. It was something wasn't quite happening in the bottom mana. And goes, Scooter wouldn't be happy with my delay inviting SFC Gamer John 15 to have a happy alert. But if we could get a shout out to John, I believe actually tonight he'll be streaming, but he's been streaming a bunch of. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it? Well, he's lurking, so never mind. But I'm pretty sure the last thing he was playing was the remake or remaster of Mass Effect. There we go. I was like, I see the name of the game in my head, but I couldn't picture it quite. Okay, anyway. So, anyway, yeah. Well, so big shout outs again to Club Tortimer. Awesome people there. Amy, A Forest Life, who's actually been in this channel before and who we met actually prior to Club Tortimer, and who has a very cozy and chill Animal Crossing stream. Just had a nice little shout out on Twitter, on the official Twitter for Club Tortimer. It was pretty cool. So you can go check that out. I love it. We've got all the lyrics for the Animaniacs going on right now. This is fantastic. I love this. This is great. Okay. Ooh, this music is cool too. All right, we're gonna put all this stuff in our storage. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh my gosh. We got all our fedoras from our fantastic Memory Martin. I was relaxing yesterday while reading comics when I thought of this recipe. I wanted to share it with someone, so I threw it in this bottle. Go get your arts and crafts on. Sparkle on. Puddles. Well, that is a fun message right there. A log round table. Do I have this one? I do. Oh, well. Dot is cute and Yakko yaks. Oh, yeah. That is too funny. Oh, my gosh. We've got the whole... I like that with the pink bow tie. That's good. It's good. That's nice. That's nice. All right. I think we're gonna go with that. Pink bow tie, always classy. That's a good look, I think. And this looks like we're ready for a museum tour, right? Doesn't it? And then what do we have in here? A career jacket. I don't even know what this would look like. Let's see. Oh my goodness. That's actually not bad. I like that look, but we do have to go with our suspender outfit here. We were wearing this one, and I like that one too, but I think the pink bow tie. Oh my golly. I think the pink bow tie. Oop, there we go. Pink bow tie and the blue pants just kind of pop. I like that. So we'll put that there. And then what do we have here? And it's still going. I love it. Everyone, how are you doing? How has your Saturday been? I have a very, I guess, I wanted to share a few stories about museums with you. And I'm going to wear one of the outfits today. Indeed, I am, Memory Martin. Exactly. I'm going to wear this one here. I want to talk about museums because obviously we're celebrating museums right now in Animal Crossing. And I absolutely love museums. And I spent some time out in Boston, and there were some fantastic museums of art and sciences and etc. It was awesome. And I remember going into museums and libraries and just being astounded by the murals and the collections of art. And one of my favorite artists, actually, is a gentleman named John Singer Sargent. His perhaps claim to fame, I guess you could say, is portraits. And one of his most famous works is a piece called Madam X. And it's this woman leaning on a table, and sort of her arm is resting on the table. You can kind of see turned a little bit, and there's just this fantastic depiction of the curve of her arm and musculature, etc. And it's just, I mean, it's she's kind of got her head turned in profile. Very famous work. It's not actually my favorite of Sargent's pieces, but it's what most people know. He became famous painting portraits for the wealthy and well-to-do, but he also worked in gouache, watercolor, and other mediums, and did a lot of touring and landscape painting as well, which I also really love. Really awesome artist, but believe it or not, actually also often commissioned for pieces, murals in public places in Boston. So the Harvard library, the college's library, actually has some murals by Sargent, and the public library in Boston does as well. There's a beautiful, beautiful mural on the top floor of the library in Boston that is in this area where you've got this dome and you've got these windows all around you. And then as it comes down, there's actually this room, and it has all these murals all around. And the piece, it's actually four, if I'm remembering it correctly, it's been a while, but it's four pieces, I'm pretty sure, one on each side of the wall, but multiple kind of elements in each one, depicting sort of this, as he described it, kind of just religion in this very big, grand sense, with a lot of symbolism and imagery, and it's just kind of all. It's really very powerful, really cool. And then there's some depictions in, I think, the lower levels of the public library or the Widener Library, Harvard Library. I can't remember where all of this was now, but some depictions of the army during the World Wars, and really just very incredible, beautiful and detailed work. Anyway, I loved going to these places like that, and these little museums and big museums that would crop up, and all of these awesome uh, paintings that you could see. And there were times where, I wouldn't even know that there was a museum in a certain location, but I would just happen upon it, and I'd say, you know what, I'm going to check this out. Pop my head in and just be astounded by stuff. And then works would travel and actually be shown at colleges and things. It was super cool. Nexo Phoenix Gaming, hello. And then, moving back out to the west and visiting some of the Seattle museums, I was, astounded because a lot of the museums that you see started as private collections of artwork that eventually were gifted so that they would become assets to the community. And so it was very cool to be able to go into these places and just see art that somebody collected, that they, you kind of think about, why did they choose that piece? Why did they choose this piece? What drew them to that? And you start to enjoy the art, but also enjoy the story behind how it got acquired. Anyway, I love museums. I think that I'm into this webcomic called Strange Planet, and it's a lot of fun. It's these aliens and these sort of weird ways of explaining things. So there's verbiage that is just kind of bizarre, but it totally makes sense. Like, I think teeth, for example, are called mouth stones. Okay, it makes sense, right? It's sort of like, what if aliens were trying to use English and they were trying to explain stuff? Do you know what I mean? Oh my gosh! Oh my golly! Oh my golly! I want to be so famous. I want to be so famous. I want to be so famous, my friends. Oh my gosh! Oh, thank you so much. Our mods are on it. Boom! Mods are on it. Nexus says, I was just about to enter VR chat when I noticed you were live. Good thing I checked my phone first. And, well, thank you. But yeah, I went to someone's house once that they had they were a private collector. They explained all the pieces in their home and how they had decided to purchase different pieces. Anime Barrel, that's so cool. What were some of the things they said? What were some of the reasons they gave? I'm curious to know. Nexo says, hey, Mana, has Red ever showed up for you? He showed up once for me way back when he was added, and then never again. Oh, no. Pixel Knight says, hello, so I have more terrible news. Oh, no. After my grandma's funeral, my dog got sick, and this morning he died. Pixel Knight, I am so sorry. Poor Pixel Knight has just had to deal with a lot of loss, and I have said this before, but loss is always followed by suffering. It's one of the things that causes suffering, and it's not just the loss of beloved, your beloved family and pet, but that the loss of what was the dynamics in your family, who was around, and grief that is accompanied by loss and suffering is not a straight linear path. It's different for everybody, and it's twisty, windy, and difficult. And just know that you will be in my thoughts and prayers, and I really do appreciate and I'm honored by the fact that you trust me enough to share these very personal things, and I want to honor that and repay that by letting you know that, again, you are going to be in my thoughts and my prayers, and that this is a place where I hope maybe you feel comfortable just being you as you are right now. You do not need to hide your pain. You do not need to, put on a fake smile. You don't even have to, and you don't have to be here. There's no obligations. There's no requirements. Just be you. And if it is helpful for you to hang out with friends, you've got friends here. Yeah. Pixel Knight says, thank you everyone for the kind words. Let's just hope nothing else bad happens this month. And I would say, yeah, let's go with that. I like that. Let's not do it. Nexo, Red has showed up to my island a few times, and I don't know. I'm not sure why you aren't seeing Red more, to be honest. But then again, there's a lot of red around here. Okay, sorry. Sorry. One of the awkward things about streaming, by the way, is, that you often have these very serious elements, that come in. People share something very deep. And then it's like this juxtaposition with, a joke about a video game. And yeah, I personally worry that sometimes when I make those transition, it makes.
Thank you for joining the Friends of Mana.
Thank you, Cobblecat. I'll finish my thought real quick and then get to welcoming Cobblecat. But yeah, I always personally worry that it makes what I said previously seem disingenuous. Like, it was just a thing I had to say, and then I'm going to go back to cracking jokes or something. But if I ever do something that seems offensive or offends you, please let me know. And then we have Cobblecat 12 coming on in, and I do very much appreciate that. Thank you for that follow. I really appreciate it. And Nexo says, I have my copy of the new 21 Pilots album finally came in the mail, and I'm so happy. Awesome. Nice. International Museum Day. There we go. So I'm curious to know, what museums have you visited that you really appreciate? Seattle Museum of Art was one that I loved. Obviously, all there was this one, I can't think of the name of it. I had it in my head, but it was the name of a woman. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of going into looking at modern art, but the Boston Museum of Modern Art was actually also kind of fun. But I had to look it up real quick because I forgot the name. But it's the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. Isabella Stewart Gardner. And it was a very cool museum. Whoa. There we go. I clicked on Number One Geeks stream, and it was showing something. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum was really cool. It was somebody's, personal collection, and it's just kind of this multi-story home with these little, what are they called? Center. It's like a center area with a little garden that you're looking into. Anyway. And it was just really beautiful. And I remember walking around this incredible art museum and then coming across this area with this jazz pianist, and actually it was a jazz ensemble. I think they had drums, bass, piano, and a singer. And it was a little, or maybe even the pianist was singing. It was really cool. And I just... I was like, wow, this is the best, incredible music. And I was looking out into this space, this garden area, and there was artwork all around me, and it was just beautiful. And yeah, Blathers saying, as a collecting place for all types of knowledge, museums are a critical resource for learners far and wide. To which I would absolutely and enthusiastically agree. I love museums. It's awesome. And here we go. Pixel Knight telling me I wasn't offensive at all. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Memory Martin says, oh man, I did a bonus stream last night with Moon. She got me Story of Seasons yesterday. Banzinator rated me. We got $20 more donated to the ASAN charity. Fantastic. Right on, Memory Martin. I was going to ask you. You said you had some exciting news from this stream last night, so that's awesome. Yeah, I actually have heard 21 Pilots Nexo. I'm not super familiar with their work, but I'm familiar with them. At least I know who they are. I probably would recognize a few songs here and there. Pixel Knight says, I went to my local museum once and I learned about dinosaurs. That's the only one I've been to. Hey, that's awesome. I always love seeing fossils and things like that. We actually just recently had gone to a rock museum. Not, there's the Experience Music Project up in Seattle. Not that one. Not that. It wasn't a rock and roll museum. It was a rock museum, a rock and stone museum, I suppose. And it was super cool. Mana Sprout loved it. There was even a little area outside in the back where she was able to go and collect stones, and she could take them home with her, and she got some geodes and things like that. It was super cool. And they had a little area as well with fossils. And I dig that stuff. Ha, no pun intended. So I did the museum rock pixel. That's nice. Yeah, but it was really cool. And I guess I'm fascinated by seeing these things preserved from so far in the past. And they did have a pretty well-preserved full dinosaur, but it was, maybe, probably the length of this room that I'm in. Not too big, but it was there kind of curled up in, where it was found. They sort of took this whole area, this whole piece, and that was that. It was very cool. Animate Barrel says Museum Hundertwasser in Vienna is is the one that popped into my head first. I don't know. I have never been to Vienna. I'm gonna pull this up real quick, and this is not one I'm familiar with. Let's see, Vienna. All right, let's take a look. What is this? Vienna Museum. Okay. Ooh, this is some cool stuff here. Okay. Oh, nice. Really cool. So this is the kind of stuff I almost want to just start pulling up music. Hey, maybe we'll do that. Maybe, we still have time before the 31st. Maybe we'll do another Animal Crossing stream. We'll just go through museums. We'll just pull up any museums that you want to talk about and look through all that. But yeah. And Barrel says the outside looks so cool. It does. It looks like a really neat house, kind of eclectic and neat. Nexus says, hey man, I'm going to go. I finally got my insomnia medicine. I was out. Now I'm going to go catch up on the sleep I missed the past 3 days. You do that. No problem. Please go. Sleep well. Do good and be well, my friend. And thank you so much for popping on in. Can we get a shout out for Nexo Phoenix Gaming Memory, Martin? Nexo is also a streamer, and I'd love to just get a little shout out for Nexo. And Pixel Knight brings up something that I actually did want to talk about. Pixel Knight says, I remember once in school we got to read about a video game museum. I believe my science class went to it once and got a picture with a DK statue. I would love to know more about this particular museum. I love this too. Blathers says, indeed, they can spark imaginations, making difficult ideas easier and perhaps even more fun to grasp. I agree with that. But to put it simply, International Museum Day is a day for getting to know your local museum. And so we have these 3 stamp stations in the bug, fish, fossil, and art galleries. You find the stations in each gallery and acquire their stamps. Do so, you'll earn a memento. There are several unique mementos, one for completing the rally in each gallery. It's true. So be sure to give it a go whilst perusing the museum's many fine exhibits, which I think is an awesome thing. And then we have Animate Barrel saying, pre-COVID, I would go to the museum at least once per month, usually more. Really? And what kind of museum? Art, science? I mean, there's all kinds. Or do you mean the Vienna one? Oh, man. Pixel Knight says, Evolution of Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons series needs to write that down. There you go. That's a good idea for a video. Outside looks so cool. I read that. All right. Oh dear. Oh no, OBS is getting corrupted. Well, that's too bad, Nixo. I'm sorry to hear that. So, speaking of video game museums, as that's something that was brought up earlier, I am a big fan of a retro video game convention in Cowlitz County, Washington. And it's hosted by someone on YouTube known as the immortal John Hancock. And he is a really nice guy, and I really dig his videos. And so if you want a little shout out, just I mean, he doesn't know me well. I don't know him that well, but I've met him and talked to him at this convention, and I really do enjoy watching his videos. And there's koi down here. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. He is actually working on a video game museum. His goal is, because he has so many video games and he has complete collections. In fact, I think he has complete collections of something like 26 different systems. It's incredible. All the physical releases of the games for that system. He wants to create a video game museum where he will display and share all of this. And with the Cowlitz Gamers for Kids convention, which actually supports local charities for children, he will set up all of these stations with CRT televisions and the consoles for you to play, which I think is really cool. And I really can't wait until the dream of a museum comes to full fruition. Now, at the Portland Retro Video Game Convention, he actually did have a sort of mini museum where he brought a lot of his collection and showed it off in this exhibit. It was really cool. I didn't see it in person. I missed that Portland Retro Gaming Convention, but I saw pictures and a video of it, and it was really cool. And I look forward to going in the future. I know I'll have other opportunities. So, anyway, Pixel Knight, just if you wouldn't mind, just rephrasing your comment there. I'm not sure what's going on here, but. Now that I'm thinking about that one, the 2003 Ninja Turtles Fast Forward episode where they go to a 20th century museum, in Fast Forward they get stuck in the future. Oh, is that a thing? Oh, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. But anyway, the reason that you can see so many dragonflies near water is because that's where they lay their eggs. So there we go. And we've just gotten our Dragonfly Bridge badge. We can close that. Anyway, Holy Museums Batman. That's a lot he should call Guinness. There you go, right? Exactly, Pixel Knight. Holy Museums Batman. That is the best. That's a lot he should call Guinness. I believe he may actually have some kind of, world record or something along those lines. But yeah, he's got a complete Sega Genesis collection. I think a complete Super Nintendo. He's even got obscure consoles as well. Collects a lot of Atari, etc. But it seems like the temperate climate bugs are relaxing here. So now we have the Shady Path badge. Well, that's nice. We're just kind of exploring here. And tell me, I do want to get into some hide and seek here, everybody. So I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Let me know, though, if you're okay with a little bit more of me just sort of wandering around and chatting with you, because, I'd love to just kind of keep this nice and cozy and then wrap up with some hide and seek, It's kind of what I'm thinking. Pixel Knight, I get it. There's some good theme songs in Turtles shows and movies, etc. Ooh, there we go. Hiding bugs, stamp spot. Masters of Disguise. There we go. Got our card done. Collected all the bug stamps. Well, that's good. I'm fine with chatting. To be honest, I'm not really into P-O-O-T. I don't know what that is. P-O-O-T. A power of Ocarina of Time? Poot? I'm not into poot. Oh, excuse me. I misread that. To be honest, I'm really into Pioneers of Olive Town. What is Pioneers of Olive Town? Is that a game that you're playing right now? I don't even know what this is. Oh, and did you hear that Miitopia is out now? I really do want to pick that up. Haven't picked it up yet, but I completed a set of stamps. Jolly good. Marking the hard work with aptly named completion stamp. Let's see. Pachow. It's the new Story of Seasons game. The one Moon got me yesterday. Gotcha. Okay. Finish the stamp rally in the bug exhibit by my beak. What a showing. Your willingness to explore the bug rooms with such gusto is admirable. I myself find lingering there quite impossible. And without any further ado, here is the memento I promised you. And Memory Martin likes it, apparently. I got a bug plaque. All right. Now I can find myself exploring the other exhibit rooms to do some collecting of stamps there. I am also going to see, I'm pretty sure I should be able to make that donation here. Oh dear, okay. Well, drat, okay. It would appear I do not have anything I can donate. All right. We should really do a full playthrough with like the party members as viewers or something. I know, Pixel Knight. You know, here's the thing. I gotta be honest here. You know, I do struggle a little bit because, you know, there are things I'd love to stream that I just don't really get to, unfortunately, because it's not really popular. Like, I mean, I don't know what we're looking at right now, but I had streamed, you know, Link's Awakening, which I thought would have been a little bit more popular than I think it's showing itself to be. But, like, there's some things that don't just really attract a lot of viewership. And that's not just, like, new people, but, like, even among friends of mana. And I don't know if it's maybe the times when I do it or if it's actually what I suspect, which is just a lack of interest in the particular game. You know, I've sort of had this tough time lately because I guess I'm reevaluating what I'm trying to do as a streamer and whether I'm, you know, if I'm trying to grow, what does that look like? What is my end goal? You know, what am I trying to accomplish here? And one thing that I found is that with RPGs, etc., there might be like a core group of people interested, but then after a while, people tend to not be super invested in it. So, you know, Pixel Knight says Miitopia is definitely popular. There's a ton of people streaming. Someone did an art stream with it. Oh, that's fun. Apparently, yeah, Twitchy Berry. Apparently, I had the robust statue. I'm sorry. But thank you. I do appreciate the generosity and you donating that. But yeah, I guess I do want to find things that appeal to the community that we have. Memory Martin says that's why you make a spreadsheet. Are you talking about for statues, etc., or for art? I think that's what you mean. Chronolock is considering getting it for the Switch. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Memory Martin has a spreadsheet for what's missing in the museum. That's a good idea. But as in terms of what to stream, you know, it's like I could see myself settling down and doing a full playthrough of Miitopia. But I also feel like it's possible that people would get burned out on that, or it just wouldn't be popular. Like I've already conceded the fact that I'm going to play through Zelda. It's not as popular as I thought it would be, but I need to do it. Like it's the content that I want to produce. It just means I'm probably going to be lingering a bit in terms of you know what my you know growth looks like and whatever. I mean, someone was talking to me the other day and they're like, so yeah, it was, my taxes I was putting out there, well, how much did I make this last year on Twitch, and yeah, I mean, it was under $1,000, and so someone said, well, so is this something that is a hobby? Is that, or is it something where you make money off of it? And I just, I said, look, at this point it's hobby, but it's really the way that I look at it. It's ministry. It's the ability to connect with people and be positive and hopefully showcase positivity, politeness, decency, thoughtfulness, discernment. I do wear my faith on my sleeve. I do talk about deep things. I try to engage where I see a need. And so, yeah, I mean, for me, it is hanging out with friends and hopefully being a good role model for people. So, as far as I know, it's never going to be more than that. If it ever does become more than that, though, that would be super cool, And so I need to sort of walk a balance between doing the things that I really want to do and feel are important to do, and then also the things that, are popular. I like this. Blathers' face is awesome right there. Iron Rusty is here. My good friend Iron Rusty. Dear friend Iron Rusty. Happy Pentecost to you. And can we get a shout out for Rusty, please? That would be awesome. Emery Martin says, Chrono says, what's Mana's goal for the stream? The same thing he does every night. Chat, try to take over the world. I know a couple others who need it if you can mail it back to me. I absolutely can, Barry. No problem. I absolutely can mail that back to you. No problem. In fact, I will probably open up my gates here if you wanted to just come and collect it even. Iron Rusty is into speedruns these days and is actually really quite good at them. So I encourage you to go check out Rusty's channel. He's into a lot of randomizers, especially Metroid and Zelda A Link to the Past randomizers. All right. Let's go over to the fish room here. And but I am at this point exploring museums and talking about favorite museums. Iron Rusty, do you happen to have a favorite museum or a museum experience that stands out to you? The stamp spot called Big River. Look at that turtle there. It looks almost like that thought bubble is coming from the turtle because the blade of grass looks like it's the little tail on the thought bubble. Some rivers are deep and wide and long. Cool. That was that. My dad and I are driving your way for a vacation this summer. Really? Rusty, can you join us? Come on over. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Headwaters here. Different fish live in different parts of the same river. Wow. It's pretty funny. I'll have to chat. Yes, please. Please, please, please. Yes, indeed. That would be super. And yeah. Let's chat. Shoot me a message. Send me a text. If you don't know everybody, Iron Rusty and I are actually friends in real life, IRL friends. as it were. Castle Crashers, yeah, yet another to play someday. I know, Chrono. Memory Martin, actually, when are we going to do that? Free to talk about the Castle Crashers collab. Only time I won't be free is my birthday, June 9th. I'm starting a class June 28th. I feel like we could probably do something in the next couple of weeks. Next week is going to be weird though, because I am working 6 days and over 40 hours. We're slammed at work, and I guess this is the feast or famine of being on call. So unfortunately, but yeah. Iron Rusty says the newest Super Metroid tournament is category extensions, which are some of the weird ways to win. It's kind of cool. Over 40 hours. Oh my gosh. Just hit me with a DM whenever you're free. Always keep Discord open, Memory Martin says. All right, right on. Truthfully, yeah, next week, maybe... honestly, everybody, I don't know what I'm going to do next week because I am going to be so slammed. I'm probably going to adjust my schedule to days where I'm not, like, super bombarded with work, or I know I don't have to wake up super early in the morning. So, yeah, but... Ooh. Oh, yes, that is true, Blathers. I really want a Blathers plush. I love Blathers. I've got my Blathers amiibo up here. Actually, I just will go and take a look at these amiibo from time to time. I love this shelf. This is great. It turned out so good. Very, very happy with that. That turned out great. Anyway. Pixel Knight says, I might not be around for one of the streams. I'll be on vacation in 3 days. Oh, excellent. Well, that's fantastic. No, and it's understood. No worries. Don't feel that you need to always be here. I always appreciate, though, when people do tell me, that they're not going to be around for one reason or another. How long is your vacation going to be, my friend? Iron Rusty won a race collecting 135% of the items. No way. One of the fun speedrun subsets utilizes the gold Torizo code, which gives you a bunch of the items for free. So if you do that, then collect every item, you can get 135. What? Oh my goodness. Memory Martin says, there were Blathers plushies when I went shopping with Nisus and Moon yesterday. Ironically enough, it made me think of you. No, what? So, where? I need to get my Blathers plush. I really want Pascal and Blathers, and then Celeste, I think. Pascal, I think, is like my number one right now. I will admit a lot of it has to do with the fact that, Otter Mana is a thing. And it's been a while. But if you don't know, Otter Mana is my alter ego. Otter Mana comes out from time to time. Kind of like Otter Mana. And yeah, every now and then you'll see the otter. So if you're interested, stay tuned, especially when we get to big milestones, which, by the way, our next big milestones, we're fast approaching 2,000 followers. I think we have 40 followers to go. Something like that, roughly. So if 40 more people follow the channel, or 40 or 60, I can't remember, something like that. Let's just say 50 and split the difference between what I'm not sure. Synapsids. Distant relatives of mammals, huh? If we end up with, let's say, 50 more people coming in, enjoying what they see and following the channel, then we'll hit 2,000 followers, which is pretty ridiculous. And I do want to do something special for that and celebrate that. And probably, I've thought about it a little bit. I'm not totally locked into anything. I probably would ask for some feedback. But if you are interested, please let me know. What would be some of your ideas? Cenozoic. What are those silhouettes above and behind them? Oh, and Memory Martin says, I'm at 232 followers on Twitch. Nice. Congratulations. Oh, that's exciting. That's awesome. Pixel Knight says 3 days, so I'll probably not be able to make your Monday stream, but I can make it to 8-Bit Dad 7DC's stream. Nice. They had Poplio plushies at one of my local pizza arcade place. Nice. What is a Poplio plushie? I'm not familiar. We where? Iron Rusty says. Second and Charles. That I don't know where Second and Charles. Anyway, the store I saw them was Second and Charles. It's sort of like a geek thrift store, secondhand store. I got a Fauna plush for myself and an Isabel plush for Moon as a belated birthday gift. That's cool. Now, were these licensed? Poplio is a Pokemon. Ah. See, hey, I did a survey for Nintendo. So Nintendo put out, they emailed me and they said, hey, would you like to do a survey? And whatever. I do surveys for Nintendo. I'm like, heck yeah. And so they asked me first what games that are coming up that I was interested in. And so I mentioned obviously Skyward Sword. I think I'm trying to remember what else. But is it Pokemon Arceus? Is that how you say it? Arceus. That one was on there, and I put that I was mildly interested in that one. Then they asked me a bunch of Pokemon questions, and it was actually kind of fun because one of the screens was just a list of all these Pokemon games, and it said, which of these have you played? It's Arceus. Arceus. Thank you very much, Mary Martin. I knew you would know it. Anyway, it was like, oh man, because out of all of these Pokemon games, I had only played Blue in the first gen. Let's Go Pikachu which is a remake of the first gen now, and new Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Go. And that was it. Out of the whole list, all these Pokemon games, that was all I had. And I was like, oh, man, yeah. And it was funny because I had expressed interest in these other games, and yeah. Oh, it's Splatoon 3. That was the other one that they had asked. And I said, like, I was very excited, but it didn't actually ask me any further questions. I was like, oh, okay. Ooh. I like that. Nice. Blathers, that's great. I'm glad you could see that behind me, by the way, because I didn't have my screen up. Pokemon Snap is my favorite first-person shooter, Pixel Knight says. Legend of Mana totally wasn't one of your hyped, one that you were hyped for, right? A little hyped for that one. Just a little bit. A little hyped. I was a little hyped. I really enjoy the Mana series. I'm not really big into RPGs, but there are a few, and the Mana series is definitely not up there with Zelda for me, but I do love Secret of Mana so much that, I do enjoy playing the other games too. Tux 2 is here. Oh, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. How you doing, Tux? Oh my gosh. Let's get a shout out for Tux 2. Oh my gosh. How are you doing? What is up? How have you been? What are you up to? How's the friendly neighborhood doctor? Tux 2, PG variety streamer. We're all about unicorns and rainbows. IT support specialist, loving programming, playing video games. Very much a casual gamer, focusing more on having fun in the game than actually winning. Which, hey, it fits in with here. So thank you so much, Tux, for coming on by. How have you been? It has been a while. I'm doing good. How about yourself? I'm hanging in there. Pixel Knight. I'm hanging in there. I'm tired. This might be a short stream. I'm not going to lie. Thank you so much for celebrating International Museum Day with us, taking part in our stamp rally, sharing the wonders and knowledge of our museum. It never fails to make this owl smile. Hoot, hoot. Okay, I'm going to open my gates. Twitchy Berry, if you want to come on over, feel free. Pop on by. anyone who is not someone who's been to my island before, if you are interested in joining, please let me know in the chat. If you have been to my island before, I am going to create a dodo code, and you can go ahead and just pop on in. All right, Wooby is here. Wooby, yay! Wooby, thank you so much for coming on in. We're going to do a little hide and seek in the old museum. So let's open these gates. I want visitors. Perfect timing, Wooby. And I want people via online play. And we're going to create a dodo code. And so, again, if you have been to the island before, if you've been to, visited my island, then just enter the dodo code, join. If you've not been, then please do just let me know in the chat if you want to come on over. Okay? Sound fair? Okay. And Tux says, thanks for the shout out. Of course, no problem. Ooh, and Memory Martin sent me a picture of the Fauna plush. Fauna has always been one of my favorites. She was like my first favorite villager in New Leaf. So, yeah. But anyway, don't have Fauna now. Others do. All right. Let's go ahead. And the dodo code is CR7J5, okay? So, dodo code CR7J5. I'm going to copy that to my clipboard there. And so, yeah. Just pop on in. We're going to go play hide and seek in the museum. So, Squished Mannequin, help him fetch. Tux says, I haven't picked up Animal Crossing in months. My island probably is overrun with weeds, and my residents are most likely worried sick. Oh my gosh. Well, Tux, maybe now's a good time. It's, International Museum Day celebrations going on. That's always fun. I feel like I also want to just let you know that I've been playing through Zelda, which is kind of cool. I love the Zelda franchise, so I'm actually playing through some of the old games. I'm going to be playing the CDI games here really soon. And we've beat the first game, The Legend of Zelda. We've beaten Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. We've beaten A Link to the Past. We are working on Link's Awakening. And then we'll be playing the Philips CDI games next. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So, we'll be doing more of that. In one of them, oh, wait, was it? I don't follow Pixel Knight. Don't follow. But yeah, there are so many good games out. What have you been playing, Tux? Or have you been playing? I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm mostly doing at night before I go to bed. And can't wait for the inevitable cutscenes. That's going to be fun, Pixel Knight. So I've got this Galaga arcade 1-up machine. And I have been working to get the new high score, beat my high score, my personal best in Galaxian, which is actually my favorite of the two. Galaga is by far the more popular, and most people will say is the superior game. I love Galaxian. I don't know. I can't tell you why. It's so, I don't know. It's kind of perfect. It's like Space Invaders with just enough extra flavor that it's like, it's good spice. It's good. So I've been playing, I haven't had a lot of time, so I'll basically just kind of dive in for like a couple rounds before bed of Galaxian on the arcade 1-up. I do wish, if space and money were no matter, I probably would want a complete collection of all the arcade 1-up machines. But I got to tell you, right now, if you're looking for a fun retro arcade machine, the Atari Classics, which is in a Tempest form factor, it looks really cool. It's the Tempest arcade cabinet with these really neat side panels, and this kind of like you're like hidden in a little box, and you're playing some of the vector games such as Tempest, and then a bunch of other kind of Atari Classics. It's got the trackball and the spinner and buttons as its control method. So I like stuff like that. I like the arcade 1-up machines that don't just have traditional controls, because there aren't a lot of ways to play those games. Even the arcade re-releases, you can play with a arcade stick, so it feels more or less authentic. But there aren't a lot of just like you can't get a well. I mean, you can probably, but it'd be neat if you had just like a good trackball or spinner controller. But there aren't a lot of those. So Pixel Knight loves collecting the mini consoles. Oh my gosh, yes, yes. Oh, me too. Actually, I've got a little story to tell you about that. Hold on. Tux says, I'm playing Wizard 101, Pokemon Go, and Minecraft. Nice. Wizard 101, I feel like I saw that. Oh, I gotta look this up. Okay, Wizard 101. It's an online game. I'll look into that. I don't know much about it, but it's a thing. Cool at the Atari 2600 console. Nice, like the original, or do you mean a mini console? Oh man. Oh, gotcha, Pixel Knight. I reached the credits in New Pokemon Snap this week. Twitchy Berry says, awesome, man. I cannot wait to go play more. And Twitchy Berry says, I want to get back into Age of Calamity. Perfect time. Now that the update is released, you can now get the additional content and whatnot. You have the original? Nice, Tux. Twitchy Berry says, my kids have the SNES Classic downstairs in the basement and use it regularly. Because the SNES is just awesome. Ooh, you had to take it apart and clean it out. It looks almost brand new. Nice, Tux. That's fantastic. I love the feeling of just like this, the minty fresh retro hardware. And the nice thing about consoles like the Atari 2600 and even, going up to like, well, anything that wasn't disc-based pretty much up until, like modern, era, let's just say like GameCube and up. Yeah, N64 would have been pretty decent. It can be finicky to repair, but what I was getting at is all of these old consoles were relatively simple and actually pretty simple to repair now and keep going and clean up and built like a tank compared to like, I mean, man, I have this Xbox 360 graveyard of just old consoles that I was like, oh, hey, it's $5. I'm going to take a chance. Anyway, it's just bad, but yeah, behind me actually. So right here, right? On that wall, my goal is I'm going to get a picture frame and then I'm going to use that to make a shadow box and I'm going to, and I might even get the materials for this tomorrow. I'm going to put first and foremost my handhelds in there. If I have room, I might put my mini consoles. If I don't have room, I might make another shadow box just for mini consoles, like a smaller one maybe or something. And I might even just do a little like shelf or something right above here, but I haven't decided yet. But with the mini consoles, like I have a couple behind me. You can see up here, I've got the NES and the SNES right there. By the way, that's the Game & Watch Mario 35th. That's going to be something that I will put on the handheld shelf. But over here, I have some of the other mini consoles. So all told, in terms of mini consoles that are not currently hooked up to the TV, I have the NES, SNES, PlayStation 1. I'm doing this out of order. Sega Genesis, and Atari 2600. So those 5 mini consoles I don't have hooked up. The reason being I actually have the real consoles hooked up. So I have like the TurboGrafx 16 hooked up because I don't have a TurboGrafx 16. But the other mini consoles, I actually have the original, so typically I'd play that. But I do have an HDMI out. I can just plug them in real quick, and like I've got power and everything right here on the desk. So it's real easy to plug them in if I want. But that's why I was thinking it'd be cool to have like a little case where I could display them and then pull them out when I want to use them. And oh yeah, Tux is perfect. Tux answering the question there for Animate Barrel. What is the shadow box? Tux says it's a picture frame for 3D objects. About half of the consoles I bought, I had to fix to get them working. And fixing 360s is not easy, man. Might have to pick your brain on that. Pixel Knight hasn't touched Minecraft in a year. Played the Switch version. Just made Peach's Castle my home. I legit created more rooms with TNT. Nice. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, like the thing with the SNES Classic Edition is the SNES is my favorite console, tied with the Wii. Those two systems are my top favorite. I could play those and the library of games on those all day long. They're so fun. And I'm a big platformer guy, so that's a big reason why I like the SNES. But the Wii actually had a pretty decent amount. And then with the virtual console and everything and the unique controllers and inputs, I just thought the Wii was a lot of fun. I still think the Wii is just such a great console. And I wish that the initial hype for it had continued, because a lot of people then started to put it down and be like, oh, we need the HD, games. We need the PS3, etc., But like the Wii is so good. And on a CRT, man, that just looks fantastic. So it's too bad, I think. Who's joining us? Barry! Yay, Barry's coming. Barry's going to come pick up the artwork, I think. And I'll tell you what, Barry. You know what? Here's what I'm thinking. I'm actually thinking if people aren't going to... if people don't want to come and play hide and seek, because that's fine. Like I said, I'm really tired. I honestly might call it a stream after Barry and I hang out for a bit. I'll give the statue there to Barry, and then maybe we'll listen to a KK Slider tune and call it a night. But Pixel Knight says I might get my PS1 Classic and mod it, since most of the games we've got Luigi. I like it. We've got Luigi here. I heard most of the games are in PAL. A lot of them aren't that good in terms of the choices. The PS1 Classic is an interesting one, because to me the classic systems should represent what is iconic for a game system, and there are very few games on there that I would consider iconic to the system, and they're missing like some really important ones. So yeah, here we go, Barry, right behind you, right over here, Luigi. It's a Barry. There you go. That's for you. Hope that's helpful for you. Thanks for trying. I'm the ultimate hider since you can't find me. I'm not playing, Pixel Knight says. Tuck says the Wii U was such a botched launch. It could have been a great console. Honestly, I still think it's a great console. I think it's a lot of fun. But, man, yeah. I don't even know if it was a botched launch as much as third parties really not giving the system the courtesy of putting good AAA titles and thoughtful titles on there. It was rather ports of games that people pretty much already had, and then they didn't sell well, and then they said, oh, well, look, Nintendo isn't supporting their third parties. Well, or that people aren't buying, third parties on Nintendo platforms. It's like, well, yeah. Anyway, we're in a mood for a tune, right? Let's hear it. So the question is, okay, do we do requests? Do we choose a song, or do we do a mood? Okay, we're gonna make a poll here. Poll. So the poll is going to be what to do. Leave it to KK. Choose a mood. And choose a song. Poll. Done. It's in there. You gotta vote. Let us know. Let us know what you want tonight. All right. Tuck says, I haven't played my Switch in so long. I have a ton of updates to do. Fair enough. Yeah, well, and that's another funny thing about modern gaming, right? Updates. But that's why I've got right over here the arcade one up, the Galaga Galaxian. Man, I'm so glad I got this one. Again, $50. Jeez. It does make me hesitant to invest in more of these at the price point that they're going for, just because it's like, ooh, I kind of feel like this is worth. I mean, I think 150 would make me feel comfortable to buy more. $200 even, depending on the game. When we're talking $400 and $500, it's like I can't. So anyway, I've never paid $400 or $500 for one of these, but I'm definitely getting the Sega Genesis one for Mega Man: The Wily Wars, since that's the first time they've been released in the West, not in limited form. Yes, limited run games and Castlevania are selling the Wily Wars. I do actually want to pick that up. Yes, I do want to pick that up. Hey, the poll says choose a song. Okay, so now we got to do what song? What song is it going to be, everybody? I wanted some shout outs in the chat. What song are we going to listen to tonight? Got to do a deep cut or something like that. What's the song going to be? You played the Turtles TMNT arcade 1-up machine at Walmart? Yeah. And I have that and Star Wars and Galaga. And with those three, it's a lot of fun. Manus theme. KK Lullaby or Blues? That's a good one, Memory Mart. KK Rider, Pixel Knight says. Okay. I gotta think about this. All right. Agree upon a song, por favor. If y'all have a particular song in mind, we'll go with that. KK Mountain Song, is that a thing? Hey, Crypto Racer, by the way. It's lovely to have you here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. And shout outs to Crypto Racer, by the way. We met through through playing Pod Racer for May the 4th. And yeah, I really, truly appreciate you coming on in, Crypto Racer. Shout outs for Crypto Racer. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. What's happening? What's going on? In fact, actually, last stream of theirs was episode 1 Racer from about 10 days ago. So I love it. Good stuff. It was awesome to watch you enjoy Pod Racer. Oh, thank you so much. I love that game. I love racing games, you know. Oh, I heard that there is going to be another game in the Cruisin' series, like Cruisin' USA and Cruisin' World, all of those. That was actually a collaboration between Nintendo and Midway. They put it out on the arcade platform, which used definitely significantly more robust hardware than the N64, but then they said that it was essentially the same because it was a marketing strategy. And then they ported these games to the N64, and they were good. But I like arcade racing games. I don't enjoy the simulators. I really like arcade racers. And so the Cruisin' series is a lot of fun. And so there's going to be a new entry on the Switch. It's actually an arcade game that I wasn't aware of. Sounds like it has a lot of similarities with Asphalt, the Asphalt series. But like in terms of using nitros, etc. But it's, in the Cruisin' franchise, and it's coming to Switch, so that's exciting. Okay. All right. Barry's here. We're going to go with a song. Let's go. What is KK Mountain Song? Is that actually a thing? Let's see. Apparently it is. Okay, let's do it. Right? Mountain Song? Is it just Mountain Song? Oh, it's just Mountain Song. So it's just called Mountain Song? Not KK Mountain Song. Let's try it. This one might be kind of fun. It's the song in the game. Okay, let's do it. Mountain Song. Oops. So Mountain Song is another option. Mountain Song. Surprised there's not a lot of NASCAR games. It's a good point, Memory Martin. Okay. Whoopi says, sorry, I was multitasking with cooking dinner. Maybe next time I'll be able to come to your island. I'd like, yeah, absolutely. I'd love that. It's okay. No worries. Tonight just kind of is what it is because, like I said, I haven't been on social media or kind of talking much about this stream. I've been so tired. Just this has been a long week, and then a lot of stuff. Even today, I was like busy. So no worries. We'll do more. And I heard some shooting stars. That's cool. We'll have shooting stars and music here. Sound like you said groovy. I love it. Groovy. Ready to roll. Let's listen to some mountain song. I'm excited for this one. And then we get the star. Let's listen. This is fantastic. So this is like like a yodeling alpine song. It's a lot of fun actually. I like it a lot. That's super great. Crypto Racer says I thought you'd enjoy it. It's good. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, this is great. This is good stuff. Oh, this is so good. And there's more. This is great. All right. Well, I thank you for suggesting this, Crypto Racer. That is good. That is very good. And Twitchy Berry, thank you for joining me. Oh my golly. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh man. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I think we've had a nice kind of relaxing stream here. Uh, Again, I'm super tired, so I think we're gonna call it. But yeah, um, I'm looking here to see who maybe we might raid. We do have uh, SFC Gamer John 15 from Club Tortimer lurking. And actually playing some Dragon Age Inquisition. We actually have Titus Hot. That actually they're playing Ori and the Blind Forest. I would like to go and raid them. I think, yeah. And we got a fresh boot of this song, so that's pretty cool. KK Slider, that was super fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Barry, thank you for coming as well. And I think that's where we're gonna end it. So, friends, thank you. We've got all the great hype here. Thank you. I know this was a shorter stream. I'm pooped. So do good, be well, stay safe and healthy. I am looking forward to hanging out with you again next week. Snap our fingers real quick. We're gonna go give a raid to Titus Shot. I don't actually fully know, to be perfectly honest. A member of Club Tortimer. And I actually don't even know if they're fully family friendly or not. We haven't actually hung out with them as much. So I'm looking forward to doing this. This should be good. If you liked what you saw, please do consider a follow. If you're interested, I do have all my socials and everything listed at artofmana.com. I would love to connect with more of you. And yeah, I'm just happy that we got this opportunity tonight. We're going to do a raid. It's a Mana Splash raid. If you've never done a Twitch raid, the way this works is essentially... I put a little thing in the chat here, and it just looks like this. I'm melting Pixel Knight says. Oh no, Chronolux. with the wormhole. So I put these are the emotes that I have. If you subscribe, and I'll just do Mana Splash Raid, boom, and there we go. If you have the emotes, go for it. If you have others, just hype emotes, whatever. But Mana Splash Raid is what we call. When you raid on Twitch, it's basically you go and you send all of your community over to that other channel. It connects over to the other channel, and then you get to meet new people. That's a raid. We host them, and so it kind of shows up on my channel for a little bit. And then I call my raids Mana Splash Raid because we basically are sending some mana potions their way just to get them fueled and excited for the rest of their stream. And so yeah, Titus Hot, I guess. Member of Club Tournament. It should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and check it out. Also, Ori and the Blind Forest. It's a good game, right? So let's do a raid. Titus. Let's see. There we go. Let's get our raid going. Get your copy of that message if you want. Friends, thank you ever so much. Again, do good, be well, stay safe and healthy. And I'll catch you next week and catch you on the social medias when I have a spare moment. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, I really want to just tell you real quickly, Titus Hot, of course, I actually did hang out. PlayStation mostly focused dude, super cool guy, actually. So sorry about that. Yeah, I do know Titus Hot. Yeah, you're going to like this. I'm looking forward to it. Bye.